Vaping robbed me of my sense of freedom. I no longer felt like I was even a self-sustaining person anymore.
I couldn't go 7-8 hours without it. It just took away so many activities that I once loved.
I definitely live chasing moments. Once a year or so, I'll go to my YouTube channel, scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'll find those old vlogs I did. And I mean, I'll just be overrun with nostalgia.
Growing up, I was a very quiet kid. You know, I did theater, but I stuck to the theater kids. They always were there to support me. I really didn't go on social media that much. And so it was more of an innocence. And then when I started getting very insecure, you know, changing my style, changing how I looked, and I'd be like, oh, well, those are the quote unquote popular girls. I'm gonna wear what they're wearing. They're wearing those cool tennis shoes. Mine aren't that cool. I'm gonna go buy that pair. So I would try to copy and paste what they're wearing. When I started vaping, I would make TikToks. Like I'd make little videos and little like Snapchats, and I'd be sure if, you know, I'm snapping the popular kids to be able to be like, hey, I got my vape. I vape, guys. I was trying to become something I wasn't. I was not popular. I was just someone that vaped.
I felt like vaping robbed me of a proper high school experience. As someone who grew up in an ex-Soviet country, I was always told by my parents in Latvia that once I land in America, my #1 job is to fit in. Vaping was one of those things that hit a deep chord in my immigrant heart of wanting to really fit in with people. I was obsessed with high school movies, and I was so excited to make all those memories. And then vaping came in and just put a nail in the road.
I became very tired, and it just really has destroyed my lungs. I was neglecting theater, even though I had been a theater kid since I was 5 years old. I looked in the mirror, and I just didn't like who I was because I had changed so much. I didn't recognize myself anymore.
I had practically stopped making videos or doing anything that I had truly loved. It just felt like something I always had got taken away from me. As soon as I was about to get to work on a video or something, the first thing that would go into my head as I sat down by the computer is, well, let me just hit my vape and scroll social media for a little bit before I start. And that just spiraled to the point where I wasn't editing, I wasn't making videos, I wasn't doing homework, and it was just awful. I became that guy that won't leave the house unless there's a very valid reason. I won't go to hang out unless I know exactly what the plan is. I was no longer looking out at the world as this place to adventure and explore, and started looking at the world as much more of a place that you have to endure and survive.
I got suspended from school for 3 days. You know, it's so embarrassing. I was escorted out of the school building by a police officer and my father. It took 2 minutes for me to lose everything. Like, there wasn't a year I wasn't in cheer, and my dream was to cheer high school. I let my younger self down, the kid that always dreamed of becoming that varsity cheerleader, and that's when I realized I was addicted.
I knew vaping had taken over my life when I really wanted to quit and still did not.
I had to drag it with me like a heavy weight. And it was awful. It was an awful feeling.
I had lost myself. Why would I let this happen? I realized that I don't need something to become a cool, better person. I don't need shoes to make me the coolest kid. I don't need a vape to make friends. It's so hard to fall out of this loop. we're on our phones watching other people do things. And then I go, man, I want that. Social media, that's the thing that's trying to make you social, is making me feel completely alone. We're trying so hard to fit in with each other, but no one has enough courage to stand up and just be like, those shoes are dumb. Like, why are we wearing them?
Now that vaping's not there anymore, I find myself seeking out new experiences and doing new things and basically living my life to the fullest again and feeling like I'm really in control of myself and in control of my actions.
I have myself and I have the people that care about me, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I want to do things that make my heart happy and not so much what I'm told to be happy.
This car to me represents my personal freedom, and there's a special connection I have to driving it. If I'm on a back road in Oregon and I have my windows down and I'm strapped into the seat, I'm shifting gears and I hear the music blasting, it's the sensory feeling of everything together is so overwhelming that I think it really brings me peace. Places I can go are now limitless.